What's up, family and friends? Good afternoon, and welcome to this live broadcast. How are you doing? Doing great? It is your day and it is your life. So you need to live your life this day. Not worry about tomorrow and not be bothered about things you feel you cannot change. But I want to call your attention that you can change whatever you want to change. Whatever you want to change, you can change it. If you can mind yourself, think for yourself, use your brain, activate that brain and think, because you were born to be wide. In your imagination, the solution you are looking for is actually in you. But because you are programmed after birth to not trust your thinking, to not lean on your own understanding. In other words, don't make your own judgment, just accept what has been, like what people already established. Don't go beyond that. That's why you are looking for solution somewhere else, because that's how you have been programmed to live. You have to believe. If you don't believe, you cannot live, which is a lie. You don't need to believe to live. You need to know to live. You need to know to live well. So you need to mind yourself. That's how you can know yourself. Your revolution, your freedom, your liberation, your positive change starts in your mind. The mindset is everything. If you can change your mind, you can change that situation. That situation that is swallowing you up, you see yourself being drowned in that situation. You see no way out. You are not seeing any solution. No, think deep. Religion forbids you from thinking, because religion knows the day you begin to think for yourself, it means you have come to yourself. Now you will walk your way out of that bondage, out of that box they put you in. So I titled this, Born to be Wide. All of us, we are born to be wide in our imagination. Now, the universe is infinite. And you connect to that universe through your brain, your mind. That's why when you sleep or when you think, you begin to imagine a lot of things. Some of them are scary. They are scary because, you are limiting yourself, or you already been preoccupied with certain things or certain way. This is how it should be, or this is the limit you can go. So the things that is beyond what you already knew or what you already believe to be the lifestyle or way to live, anything that is beyond that is scary to you. Like I said before, they tell you do not lean on your own understanding. Why they ask you to understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? You say yes, but they say, but don't lean on your own understanding, because religion brings confusion. And that's why they put in the Bible, which I will also use to show you what I'm talking about. They are made up God. It's men that made up that. Everything they tell you God said, it is men saying. No God has ever spoken at any time, and no God can speak as we speak. no God can speak. No matter the name of that God, no matter how many people worshiping that God is dumb. That God is speechless. It cannot say a word. So when you look at Genesis chapter 11, to see how religion hates the power of your mind, hate the progress that your mind can bring to you, hate what the exploits you can do with your mind, with your brain. They say that one day, once upon a time, not one day, they can't give you any date. So it's once upon a time. It's a man decided to build a city for themselves. They decided to build cities with tower which top will get to heaven. It was not God who inspired them to do that. It was not Satan who inspired them to do that. It's a man decided to build. They had that desire. They have that will. They have that reason. They think it. It was not a gift. Not that one genie or one God or one angel or one Satan or one devil or one demon appeared to them and gave them the idea. No. They think it through. They made that judgment. You know what? We are not dummies. We are not robots. We have the intellect. We have the mind. We have the brain to think for ourselves and to do what works for us. In other words, what benefits us. What will make us expand. What will make us grow. What will make us live better. They began to build. They know the materials they need to build. It was not the gift of God. It was all by their power. But religion said, no, I have no power of my own. That's a lie. You have the power of your own. You have your own mind. You have your own brain. You have your own will. You have your own ability to think your way through. You have your power to devise means to save yourself and save others. You have that power. It is the power of your own. There's no such thing as spiritual power. It is the universe that many people are calling spirit. They are looking at the spirit. They say, no, there's a spirit in the spirit. There's no spirit in the spirit. Spirit is spirit. I am spirit. There's no spirit in me. I am. He said, what is in me? What is in me is part of me. I am the spirit. I have brain. I have mind. I have intellect. It's in me. It's not spiritual. I am spirit. They said people began to build as they proposed, as they imagined, as they decided, as they judged. And God got jealous because God is jealousy. Whenever you're talking about God, you are talking about evil. What is against humanity is God. What is against our progress is God. What is against our sources is God. What is against our unity is God. What is against our peace is God. Look at those who say God is the one that gives them peace. They never have peace. Look at those that say Jesus is their peace. They never have peace. That's why they have to pray and fast to get something. That's why they are laboring unnecessarily, suffering unnecessarily. Everything they're doing it unnecessarily because they are not using their mind. They are not using their head. They are using a book, and a lying book at that. Instead of them to use their mind and think their way out, They are running back to a book written some years ago, or more than 1 year or 100 years ago, more than 1,000 years ago. These people still going to that book for solution to their problem. Some of them tell you Google don't have all the answers. The Bible do. They want a quick answer. Bible have no single answer to your question. Bible to any of your question, you can never find the answer in the Bible. You can never find the answer in the Quran. You can never find the answer in the Torah. You can only find the causes of your problem there. That's where all the causes of all the problem in this world lies, in those religious books, in those holy books. That's where all the causes of our problem, the people that caused all the problem in this world wrote that book. They put all they did in that book. How they kill people to take their land, saying it is God that gave them the land. You know, somebody is lying. Somebody stole somebody's property. And the person, maybe he killed the person to take the property. The person that know the original owner of the property begin to talk, begin to challenge him. He say, it is God that gave me the property. But you killed the person. He said, that's God's will. And you say it's not true. Then that person bring weapon, bring gun, point it at your head. He say, if you talk again, I will kill you. You say, okay, I don't want to die. Okay. He says God's will. It's God's will. That's how we begin to believe those lies they wrote in the Bible, in Quran, in Torah. The Jewish penetrated our mind and corrupted it with those lies in that book. Everyone, every Christian, every Muslim, every Jew, they are living by the Jewish fables. That's why they have Abraham as their father. Jewish fable. Abraham never existed. But all of them believe the God of Abraham is their God. They're doing Salah. They're doing Passover. They're doing Christmas. Jesus is the seed of Abraham. Jewish people, man. Those people are so cunning, man. They know how to get people. You can argue all you want, blah, 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 but the Jewish are the one controlling us all in this world today. Just through that books they made. They established Judaism, Christianity, Islam. To show you how to live. They want you to live the way they want you to live, to think the way they want you to think. That's why no matter what, when you read all those stories in the Bible, in your subconscious mind, you know, it influences you. You have that, oh, okay, such thing happened. It's sadly for you to see an African who will say something without like thinking like he got it from the Bible. But those of us that know the source of the Bible know we can quote it better. Because we know they stole the original thing from us and claim it is the word of their God. If you steal my word and say it's your word now, you think I'll be quoting it as your word? No, I know it's my word. And I will quoting it with all boldness, even quoting it better than you. Because imitation can never be original. Imitation can never replace original, no matter what. People decided to build. Then their God get jealous and said to all his cronies, all his colleagues in crime, all his fellow criminals, all his fellow terrorists, he said, come, let us go down. Their God always go down. He always go down. Let us, and they say it's everywhere, but he always go down. Let us go. So you are not there before. He said, let us go down. God, he was not there when these people started building. So those of you that think God is there, God is nowhere, because God does not exist except in your head. That's why they ask you to feel the presence of God. Do you feel me watching this? You don't feel my presence, you see me. You don't feel it, you see me, because I exist. Their wicked God, their jealous God decided to come down to see. When he came, he found out that what these people are doing is really great, and nobody can stop them. No spirit can stop them. No demon can stop them. No God can stop them. No angel can stop them. Who tell you that you are not greater than the angels of God? Who tell you that you are not greater than God? Man is greater than God. Man is greater than the angels. Man is greater than Satan. Man is greater than demons. Why? Because man made them all. You are greater than whatever you make. But they make you believe that God created you so that you will think God is greater than you. No. If God created you, you would have seen God. God will show up and claim the ownership of your life. But God has not shown up because it does not exist. He came and saw what people were building. He said, we must confuse these people. We cannot stop them. Listen, no one can stop you, because what makes you is in you, in your mind. It is what, no matter where they put you, you can think yourself out. You can survive there because you have the mind of your own. Even if you are a crazy person, I mean, you are mentally derailed, you still think, you still have that ability to do something. That's why sometimes they lock you up, they find out you are not quiet, they tie you down. they tie you down there. They say, this guy don't want to be quiet. They want to silence you. They see they cannot put you out, then they put you down. But still showing the power of the man. Their God and all his angels, they have no power to stop people from building. They say, let us confuse them. They are the only one that can stop themselves by being confused. You see why the God you believe in is the author of confusion? You see why those who believe in God can never find a solution to their problem? Because they are worshiping the one who is the author of their problem. They are worshiping the one who is the author of their confusion. Black people worshiping the God of their oppressors. Black people worshiping the God of their slave master as Allah, as Yahweh, as Jehovah. And you see the condition of black people today, because they remain confused. The God you are worshiping in Christianity, in Islam, in Judaism, that God is the author of your confusion. It is the author of your problem. You need to trust that God. That God is the enemy of your progress. That God is the enemy of your growth. That's why they want you to believe, not to think. That's why they want you to have faith, not to have knowledge. You need to trust God, trust religion, trust everything that has to do with God, directly or indirectly. He confused them and scattered them. Had he been, he confused them and left them there. One day they will wake up and unite again and start. He said, we are not only going to confuse them, we are going to scatter them. You say, any spirit that is against my progress, I bind you. You are still worshiping that spirit. It's called Jehovah. You are still worshiping that spirit. It's called Allah. You are still worshiping that spirit. It's called Yahweh. You are still worshiping that spirit. It's called Jesus. They have in them to scatter all those ones you are worshiping. Remember when Jesus entered the temple in the Bible, he scattered people that were doing their business. The same business God ordained in the Old Testament. Jesus came and scattered them. He said they have turned his father's house into business center. Where was your father? Who they say is his house? Is your father dead? Of course, your father died. If you are fighting for your father, it means your father is dead or your father is too old to fight. But if your father is young, like now, my daughter cannot fight for me. I fight for myself because I'm still young. But when I become too old to fight for myself, or when I'm dead, that's when my daughter can be fighting for me. They scattered man to stop man from building the great things they are building, to stop man from progressing. That's exactly what faith does to you individually. That's exactly what belief does to you individually. It stops you from being yourself. You were born to be wide in your imaginations, but you limit yourself because you have been programmed not to think for yourself. Sometimes when that thought comes to you, do you remember why they excuse God have to drown people in the flood of Noah in the Bible? He said all the thoughts of their men, all the intents of their heart is what? Evil. That's what they call it. People progressing is evil to God. You progressing is evil to God. That's all the excuse their God have or had to drown people. He said, oh, everything they think is evil. Because they're not thinking according to my will. They're not thinking according to my commandments. So it's evil. Is it not what many of us grew up in? Is it not what our parents forced us to accept as children? But now we are adults. Do you expect us to continue in that silliness? Do you expect us to continue in that dumbness? No, we need to think. Think wide. The inventors, the innovators, those people that make things happen, they think beyond where they put them. Many of us are living where we are bigger than. But because we have been conditioned to remain there, we remain there. It's okay. That's how it's status quo. That's how they want it. And we resist change because we have been programmed to limit ourselves. But your mind will tell you, no, you're more than that. You can see the future in your dream. You can see the future in your vision. It is all natural. It is not a spiritual thing. It is not a religious thing. It's a natural thing. But because they make you have that fear and worry, fear of unknown, and worry about what if I fail, what if this happen, what does, you limit yourself. But those who are courageous, they begin to implement or they begin to put to work that which they already concluded or judged to be possible in their brain. They begin to put them one after another. That's why you see, it seems like people are inventing things in abroad because their parents have basement, or they have basement where they can go to the store and buy anything and begin to experiment. But in Africa, you know now, where do you see money to buy something? Whatever you dream, you put it down. You say, oh God, Jehovah, Allah, Yahweh, oh blah, blah, because you limit yourself. But in America, that's why they come up and tell you there is no God. We are gods. Because no God can make a thing. That's why it's called imagination. Imagine your own nation. You were born to be wide. You are not born to be domesticated. You are not born to be programmed and put in a box. You were born to be you are part of the universe. And the universe is infinite. It has no beginning, it has no ending. Likewise, what you can do, there is no limit to what you can do. There's no limit to what you can say also. Don't let fear and worry put you down anymore. If you can imagine it, begin to speak it. Even if you cannot do it, begin to speak it. Somebody else may pick it up. But if you have what it takes to bring it into fruition, go ahead and do it. Trash fear and worry. No matter how they make you to accept it, you still have the power to trash it and free yourself. None but yourself can free your own mind. Faith and beliefs is the chains around your mind, around your brain. It is called mental slavery. Free yourself today. Peace.